all have sleep patterns we naturally gravitate toward in the absence of alarm clocks, most people falling somewhere between night owls and morning glories. But then there are those annoying few who seem to function highly on just 5 or 6 hours of sleep. Can we all get a dose of what they've got? Well, maybe so. Here to tell us about the latest developments in the science of sleep is WSJ Health reporter Sumathi Reddy. Sumathi, great to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
So is the amount of sleep we naturally need hardwired into our bodies, or can we learn sleep patterns?
It's largely genetic. That's
Okay.
what researchers are finding, and most of us fall in between, but there are sort of two extremes, and that's what this one lab in California is looking at.
I love this because it's actually just 1% of the population, correct, who can function on 5 or 6 hours of sleep.
Actually,
well.
less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Yeah.
So most of those people that say, oh, I only sleep 5 hours a night are faking it.
They're all lying. Yeah.
They're all lying.
I think a quarter of the U.S. says that they sleep 6 hours or less, and a lot of them will say, "Oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm drinking," but it's caffeine, it's alarm clocks, things
Right.
like that.
It's not the real thing.
No.
So those people that actually can do it, that tiny few, what is it that they have? They just have a certain gene that we need to figure out?
So it's multiple genes, and there's some fascinating genetic work that's going on right now at University of California, San Francisco, and this husband and wife team is actually looking at studying families that have genetic mutations that cause them to be able to sleep for 6 hours or less and feel totally energetic when they wake up.
And so once they can isolate these genes, the idea is they can then create a drug that we can all take, or what are the implications of this research?
That's the long-term goal. Actually, the wife is the one who's studying that, and she's saying this is 10, 15, 20 years out, but
Right.
yes, when she finds those pathways, the sort of ultimate goal, and the funding, of course, is to create some sort of magic pill that might enable us to get less sleep.
And you said this is a husband and wife team, and the husband
Yes.
is studying circadian clocks, correct? Can
Yes.
you tell us a little bit about the circadian clock, because it regulates more than just our sleep?
Yes, so the circadian clock is tied to everything. It's tied to pain thresholds and your weight gain, your metabolism, everything. And this guy is actually studying mainly larks, so people who get up really early and fall asleep really early, and sort of what is it about them that.
The circadian clock.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
there are some things that can happen if we disrupt our circadian clock, right? Bad things.
Well, it's like jet lag. When
Yeah.
you fly somewhere, your whole system is out of sync. So he's trying to figure out how to manipulate the circadian clock so that you can, it could be like a jet lag drug.
And there are implications, of course, for the 20% of the population that work night shifts.
Yes.
Their circadian clock is constantly being interrupted. And in your article, you said that can also lead to obesity, that can lead to all kinds of health problems, correct?
Yeah, huge risks for night shift population. And so one of the great things about if they develop this circadian clock drug is that it'll totally help these people who are at greater risk for cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and everything else.
All right, I can tell you for sure my circadian clock does not have an early alarm in it. I am definitely a night owl. You're with me? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sumathi,
Thanks
for
a
that.
lot.